Hi there, this is Anup. Today we are going to talk about Microsoft PC Manager. First of all, it is not a Chinese tool, it is officially a Microsoft tool. So you don't need to worry about Microsoft PC Manager tool. It is a purely a legitimate tool from Microsoft to boost the performance of Windows devices, especially Windows 10 and Windows 11, and probably the future Windows operating system versions such as Windows 12. So you don't have to worry about Chinese background of this application. If you know that story, don't worry about that. That was the past thing. So in this video, you are going to learn more about Microsoft PC Manager tool, how you can boost the PC performance by removing unwanted files, removing rarely used applications, changing the startup app configurations, and there are some very useful search options also available in this tool. It is pretty useful tool and I would recommend using it. So don't skip the video. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's quickly talk about Microsoft PC Manager. What is Microsoft PC Manager? Why this is not yet there in Windows as inbox application? How this can help you to boost the performance of the PC, Windows 11 or Windows 10 PCs, and probably Windows 12 in future by freeing up the memory and hard disk space, etc. We'll go into deep demo and check this out how this works. This is end-to-end review of Microsoft PC Manager. Let's quickly check into why do we need to analyze Windows 11 performance? Why do we need a tool like PC Manager or Performance Monitor? Both of these are different tools for different purposes, but normally there's a practice to analyze the performance of the Windows devices or Windows PCs to benchmark it, or sometimes these tools will help you to troubleshoot software or application related issues, also will help to identify hardware limitations, etc. And performance analysis plays an important role in decision making, which template or which device you should go for your organization, etc, etc. So again, we will have a different video where we will explain more about performance counters and resource monitor. We are going to concentrate on PC Manager in this video. Recently, Microsoft announced that there are 300 plus Windows 11 performance improvements. I have explained this in detail in a different video. You can refer to that video over here if you click on I button. What is Microsoft PC Manager? Microsoft PC Manager is a free tool provided by Microsoft itself. So it's a legitimate tool that you can download from Microsoft website, as I am going to explain in the demo, and then use that tool to perform analysis on different areas of your PC or Windows 11 device. And then this tool will help you to clean up a lot of things such as temporary files, memory, unused processes, unused applications, rarely used applications, etc, etc. And it is fully integrated with Windows security applications and antivirus, so that you will get all-in-one kind of experience from this PC Manager tool. You don't have to open different tools and go through different kind of stuff to enhance the performance of the Windows 11 device. This is the go-to tool for all these performance boosting of Windows 11 devices. In my demo, you would be able to see it freed up 59 gigabytes of hard disk space and lot of memory. Now let's go into the demo and check this out in real world. So let's learn about another tool where you can improve or increase the performance of your PC. This is directly coming from Microsoft, so that is very important to understand. So you are not installing anything which is third-party application which might have some vulnerabilities or something like that. We have seen that before. So this is a tool which is is to enhance the performance of Windows device, Windows 11 devices specifically, and probably the future Windows 12 devices as well. As you can see over here, this is compatible with Windows 10, 1809 and above, and Windows 11. And you can download it from here. Let's try to download it and check how this is going to help. I'm going to open it up. Now it is pretty small file and you can just click on install button. Now it is downloading the content, rest of the files from CDN. As you can see now, it is installed. It is a pretty straightforward installation. It got installed, but there's nothing shown in the installation page. So now if you look at this particular tool, you would be able to see different options over here. This is settings icon over here, and you can see it is a public beta, and you can see the memory usage over here, and temporary files is 17.3 GB. And there are different options like health check, storage management, process management, and startup applications. And on the bottom side of this tool, you would be able to see two things. One is cleanup and the other one is security. And it says what was my last startup time. It is 1 second, 0 high impact application. So startup apps are good for this particular laptop. There's no concern. And storage management is also fine as per this, because I have 344 gigabytes of free space. Process management, it says 7 processes are running. That is also a good information. And only 7 processes are running. That is good. Health check information. We'll go through all these things in detail. First, let's start with security. What is there in security? Click on that, and over here under security, you would be able to see scan option. You can check your device and scan. Let's scan it. So what it is doing is, it is scanning different applications, different files, etc., etc. Key system location, startup application, browser extensions, frequently used application, background services, hardware drivers, miscellaneous, etc. So it is analyzing and it is scanning. That's good information. I don't have any threats in this PC. At least PC Manager from Microsoft couldn't find any threats on this PC. Now let's click on done and go to Windows updates and check what is happening over there. So point here is, there's no update available for this particular laptop. It is up to date, and if you want, you can check from here. Normally you can check this from settings application. If you can go to Windows update from settings and then click on check now button. So that is what it is doing from this UI. So that is very useful. You don't have to go to settings application to do this. Click on back button over here to go back, and now check browser management. Let's check browser management over here. Protect default browsers, it says. Click on that and says, okay, the default browser is Microsoft Edge for this particular device. That's fine. That's good. I don't want to change it, but you have an option to change it to Google Chrome, etc. So let's go back and then go back again. How to go back? Now I got confused for a minute. Where is the go back button? Oh, this is over here. Now we are in security and you want to go back to cleanup to continue with cleanup actions. So it provides different experience. For some of the tabs, there is a back button over here, and some other things you need to use this menu. So it is bit confusing for end users probably if you are not familiar with this particular application. So be careful about that. Go to cleanup, and over there let's start with startup application. Click on that and you can see what are the startup applications I have over here. OneDrive is there, Opera is there, system internals, and then Windows security notification, Wondershare Studio. I'm going to disable this one, Opera, because I don't want that as a startup application, and then probably Wondershare Studio also, I don't want that as a startup application. So I'm going to disable those two and going back and trying to check again whether that settings got saved or not. Yes, it got saved. Now let's go back and then check process management information over here. What are the process management options available to boost the performance? So you can see different processes running now over here. Brave browser is running, ShareX is running, KeePass is running, Wondershare Studio is running, Wondershare Filmora is running. And if you want to end some of the processes, you can do that from here. Let's end Brave browser and check. Let's confirm this. Now I can confirm that Brave browser got closed. Let's go back to the home page and come back to processes and check it is good. Now let's check the storage management. What are the options in storage management? I clicked on that storage management and you can see 4 options over here. Deep cleanup, perform full cleanup, scan, manage large files, manage applications, remove rarely used application to save space, storage sense, automatically clean up temporary files. That's cool. So there are a lot of options over here, and let's go to disk cleanup now and check what is going to happen with that. So it is cleaning up the temporary file, as you can see over here, scanning for the temporary files, and then system cleanup scanning is going on, recycle bin scanning is going on, web cache over here, and it provides system cleanup details over here. This is similar to the cleanup activity which we do from File Explorer. Over here you would be able to see approximate size 17.1 GB cleanup, and you can see prefetch cleanup is 23 MB megabytes. Let's find out what is the maximum size over here. So combining all these things, it is coming to 16 gigabytes. So that is system cleanup. That includes Windows Update cleanup, Windows prefetch, Windows error reporting, Microsoft Defender logs, etc, etc. You can go to details and check what is it exactly. Unneeded Windows Update files. That is really useful. These are unneeded in Windows files. These are DLL files, as you can see over here, which are not required now. So if you want, we can do a cleanup over here with this particular PC Manager Microsoft tool for Windows 11 and Windows 10. In clipboard also there are a lot of things are stored, and in recycle bin you would be able to see 48 gigabytes is there in recycle bin. I'm going to view that and see what is happening. If you click on that button, view button, you would be able to see the things in the recycle bin. It will open up the File Explorer and you would be able to analyze it, what is happening over there. So it is important to understand some of these things. What is the impact of it? Now we are cleaning up approximately 59 gigabytes of data, and it is freeing up system resources which are not useful. Edge temporary files is another interesting one. Let's see what is it. Sometimes it is going to impact the performance or some other cache settings, etc. So I'm not going to do that for now, and it is 6 megabytes, so that's fine. Let's do this now. If I click on proceed button from here, it will start the cleanup process. But before doing that, I wanted to go back to the home page, and you can see the temporary files over here. If I clean up something, probably this will reduce. So we are going to clean up around 60 gigabytes of temporary files using the storage management options, deep cleanup option over here. So I'm going to click on proceed to clean up 59 gigabytes of data from my device. So cleaning up temporary files, it says, and it is still cleaning up. So you need to wait for some time to complete the cleanup process. But I feel this tool is very effective and processing of this tool is very efficient. It is probably just calling the internal tools, and those internal tools are doing the task for it. This is just a UI tool. It is still going on the cleanup process. You can see the details over here if you want to check. So that's good. Cleanup is done. You can see 55.7 gigabytes of drive space we got. It freed up 55 gigabytes of drive space, and it cleaned up Windows Update, Windows prefetch, and it provides very detailed information over here. Everything is clean. That's good. Now let's click on done button and let's go to manage large files and check what is happening over here. This is very useful because it is going to show you the files which is more than 10 MB. It will show you document, pictures, compressed folders, others, audio files, video files, etc. And the option is to view this in File Explorer. That is very good, isn't it? So let's check that first for 10 megabytes, what it shows in the File Explorer, and the result you can see over here. These are the 10 megabyte files which are, and let's check 50 megabytes files. Let's check 1 GB file. So over here, if you look at this File Explorer, you would be able to see items over here. The files larger than 1 gigabyte, it is 308, and the other items you can see as 1500, and the other one it is around 1000. I mean, we checked 10 MB, 50 MB, and then we checked 1 gigabyte. If you want to filter out only for videos, you can do that as well. So the file count got reduced, as you can see over here. It is 176 now, the file count for this particular scenario. So this is a super interesting filtering option, search option to manage the large files, and you might need to move out all these large files to some other storage or some other arrangements you can do with this. So this is very useful stuff. Let's go back and let's see whether the settings will get saved or not. Yes, that is really useful. Your last settings got saved. We'll check whether it will be the same after closing and reopening the PC manager from Microsoft. But now let's go to manage applications. So this is a shortcut. You would be able to see a shortcut icon over here. That means it will open up the settings application probably. So let's try that. Yes, what happened is it opened up the settings application over here. So you would be able to see the applications which I have installed on this device. You can remove the rarely used applications from this particular list. There is also a shortcut icon for storage sense. That means if you click on this, storage sense will get opened over here, and you would be able to see all the settings and you can configure it accordingly. So these two are shortcuts, but these two are natively available within the UI of PC Manager. This is very useful, I would say. Let's go back now to the home page. Now let's continue with health check. Let's click on that, and now this tool is looking for scanning for junk files that take up system space, items to clean up, viruses, potential issues, startup applications to disable. It is going to give some suggestions over here. Let's check. After scanning, it produced a result like this. You would be able to see items to clean up, browser cache, temporary files, system logs. You need to remember that we just cleaned up 59 GB of temporary files and data. Now it again shows there is 485 megabytes of data to be cleaned up, and it gives option to disable the startup applications, for example OneDrive, Magnifier, etc. Now if you want, you can proceed with cleanup, but I'm not going to do that because I want to do it from here. I want to use and show boost button, and the memory's usage is 15.6 and the temporary file size was 15 or 17 gigabytes, but we cleaned up 59 gigabytes. Now still it shows memory 485 MB. Cleanup is available. Let's try to click on the boost button to check what is happening over here. I'm boosting it and it deleted all the files, and the memory usage also got reduced. That is very interesting. Remember, I am using lot of application on this device, and even I am recording the screen. So this 49% memory use is normal, but this tool is very impressive from my perspective. Now let's check the last thing over here. What is this settings icon? So if I click on the settings icon, I get three options. One is settings, and then feedback option is there, here exit option is there. So click on settings. Then if I click on settings, you would be able to see two options over here. Basically three options. Start PC manager automatically when I sign into Windows. That is good option, I think. And then auto update PC manager. That is also a good option because I don't manually check for updates using this button or something. PC manager should auto update. So you can get the details of the current version of Microsoft PC manager over here. It is 1.2.4.22027, and over here it shows an interesting version details, that is of virus definition of Microsoft Defender. That is also a good option. Let's click on check for updates button over here and it will try to update. Currently I don't have any updates available. Let's close this and go to feedback option. Feedback screen is also very neat, I would say. Native to this application, you can select the type from the drop down option and then provide the description. Upload the screenshot option is also there and then you can submit it. So that is very good experience from a user perspective, I would say. And then let's go to the third option, that is exit. Now from the application and launch it again to check whether my previous preferences are saved or not. Exit. Your computer will no longer be protected. That is interesting. I don't think so because it has other protections running. I'm going to click on exit the PC manager again to check, and you can see the temporary file. It shows the 50% of memory usage. Now let's go to storage and check manage files. Preferences are not saved. It had gone back to default settings. Previously I set it to something like this, but it didn't save that preferences. It gone back to the default settings. That's okay. Probably in future versions of PC manager it will save my preferences. Okay, overall it is really good experience, this PC manager tool, and you have to use it, you have to understand it. I highly recommend to use it. Now that you have seen all the details about Microsoft PC Manager tool, it's a free tool provided by Microsoft to enhance or boost the performance of your Windows 11 PC. Now you know how to search using this tool for only the video files which are more than 1 gigabyte, only the pictures more than 10 megabytes, and then security scanning options, etc. etc. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. See you around.